All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rechach, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops at Great Millstone. I'm your brother, Rabbi Nab, coming out with a lesson, Lord's will. This is edifying to the Lord's delight. Shalom, King. Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakadata, Isaiah, Allah, Idaho. Shalom, Malak. We're going to get this working, man. We saw the Epstein's files. I was watching how it showed Jay-Z, Pusha T, Jeffrey Weinstein. Everybody's on that list. I didn't think there was going to be any black folks on there, honestly. I'm not surprised, but I'm kind of like surprised a little bit because I literally thought that was all Esau. You know, you think the elites, that's who you think it is. More politicians, more people like that, but that ain't the case, man. Jake's on that shit too. So it shows you that we fell a long way, man. We fell a long way. Let me grab this in the book of Jeremiah. Let's start there. Jeremiah chapter 2 in verse number 22. No, verse 21. Yet I have planted thee a noble vine, holy, of right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? So we were planted to be a holy, a right seed. You know, we were supposed to be the nation of Israel, God's children, his chosen people above all people. And then you hear cases like this and you got to shake your head at something like this, man. You know, like, what kind of people are these? And even though there's way more Edomites on that list, when Jake's on it, it overshadows the Edomites because the Edomites are insignificant. You Israelites are the cream of the crop. They'll remember Jay-Z. You don't really know about Jeffrey Weinstein, and these are names that you're not familiar with, but someone like Jay-Z, Pusha T, you've listened to their music. They're way more renowned in this world than the so-called white man, okay? Let me grab this in the book of Lamentations, chapter 2, verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their heads at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? Yeah, that's right. This is the perfection of beauty. This is what we're supposed to be aspiring to be. This is the people that we're supposed to look at and say, wow, they have the Most High so nigh unto them. That's not what you see when you see these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans messing up. Scriptures tell you that we're more excellent than our neighbor, but the wicked, let me grab that. Where's that at? Where's that scripture at? The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the wicked seduceth him, KJV. Where's that at? Proverbs 12, verse 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor. The righteous are you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You're more righteous than your neighbor. Your neighbor's your so-called white man, Esau, your brother. Yeah, you're more excellent than him, okay? But the way of the wicked is the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, according to Malachi 1 and 4, seduces them. So they get seduced by wanting to be something in this world, and then they go down the route of Esau. Someone like Jay, someone like Pusha T. You know, these people are from the hood. He's from Brooklyn, man. He's from Brooklyn, you know? But he started getting money, and you're seeing the downfall. The wicked don't prosper, man. It might look like he prospered. He got his hair like that damn sodomite, that black gay artist. I forgot his name. I can't think of it. It's off the top of my head too, man. He's a great artist. He just happened to be a sodomite. He's been here too damn long, man. We've been here too long. We've been seduced by these damn devils, man. But that's what it is. You start to, you don't want to be in poverty, man. You start walking in them pissy ass hallways in the projects, and you see getting money. You see people pulling up in Benzes and all that. That seduces you. You don't want to stay in that state, and none of us want to stay in that state. It's not like, but we don't want to be in the state of Jay-Z. I damn sure don't. I'd rather stay and suffer than to be in the position that he's in. But he don't give a fuck. He's up $8 billion. He need to, who gives a, I mean, $8 billion. I think $2 billion he's worth. Something like that. He's worth a lot of money. So, you know, they might think, oh, well, who cares what you niggas think about me? But that's not a, oh man, I don't know how long I froze. I gotta turn my Wi-Fi on over here. Yeah, man, so that's him. That's them, locked up. Not locked up, but, you know, I'm gonna read it. This is Jay-Z, Harvey Weinstein. Come on, man. Don't fuck with me right now. Close. Jay-Z, Harvey Weinstein, and Pusha T mentioned in latest Epstein file release. This is from Variety.com. It's not on Fox. It's not on CNN. They're not pushing this. All these other news articles are, though. It says the Department of Justice on Friday released 3 million documents from Jeffrey Epstein files, along with 2,000 videos and roughly 180,000 images. The latest batch included mention of celebrities like Jay-Z, Pusha T, and Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein, this nigga's a devil, man. Dude in the middle, that nigga is a devil, man. He already been charged with multiple, let's see who Harvey Weinstein is. Why is he even being mentioned? Let me recollect my memory. He got a bunch of charges. Who is Harvey Weinstein? I think he has. Harvey Weinstein is a disgraced former American film producer and convicted sex offender. This is AI Overview, who co-founded Miramax and the Weinstein Company, known for producing award-winning independent films. He became a central figure in the Me Too movement in 2017, following numerous allegations of sexual misconduct. So that's who he's being accused with. Jay-Z and Pusha T, and they probably did some shit. Yeah, we're gonna give you billions, man. You want to be a billionaire? We used to make jokes. What would you do for $1 billion, man? I fuck that money. I'll suffer to not have that money. Now, how about that? That's the answer. Because what are you gonna do? You're gonna be you gotta get sexually assaulted by Jeffrey Weinstein. Co-founded Miramax with his brother Bob, producing films like Pulp Fiction. That was a fucking wicked ass movie. And Shakespeare in Love. Convictions and legal status. In 2020, he was sentenced to 23 years in prison in New York for rape and sexual assault. Although that conviction was overturned in 2024, and he's not in trouble like other men. You know, he's getting away from all. This is the land of the pedophiles, man. Excuse me, the PDF files. That's what they call them. The PDF files. Okay, you could just get away with all types of shit if you in that billionaire club. You know, this is the type of people that run your country, and this is the type of people you want to hold hands with and be married with. So you enjoy that, man. You enjoy that. It says he remains incarcerated while facing further trials in a separate 16-year sentence in California for sexual assault. So he'll never learn. I can't wait to see what Jay-Z. I mean, Elon Musk is on the list too. That's not widely. He's on the news though. He's not on some private account. Jay-Z must got some influence, man. You know, because these smaller news stations are pushing it. They not. When you see something like Variety.com, you never heard of that, so it give you're more likely to say, fuck that, you know. But if CNN push it, then you're like, oh, okay, you know, it's more mainstream. You know, they can kind of write it off. Variety, I never heard of that. They can deny the allegations, you know, but they'll probably use them on a later date when he wants to bomb Iran. When he wants to, you know, they'll use these distractions when he wants to take when he wants to write some unrighteous decree and take away your rights. To have you looking at Jay-Z and Pusha T, they'll be going, you know, showing you all these distractions. That's his enchantments. So you got to watch and see what is he doing in the rest of the world. You see what's going on in Cuba. They had a blackout again. You know, he's talking about how it's a failing state. Who knows what the hell he's doing with that place? You know? Then you got Iran. He's saying he's ready for war. He's in the Persian Gulf. Who knows? And then you're hearing more bombs. 5 people were killed yesterday. So is he bombing them or is Iran bombing themselves? Let him tell it. They're doing it to his own people. I wouldn't be surprised if he's doing it. Then he got another allegation from this family from Trinidad. Trinidad this guy had 2 sons that went over to Venezuela on a boat, and Esau killed them. And they had no drug trafficking. They take that route all the time, and he killed them. So, you know, there's a lot of shit he's being accused of. Iran I think they just put Europe on the terrorist list. So there's a lot of shit going on, man. There's a lot of shit going on. It says health as of late 2024 reports indicated he was diagnosed with chronic myeloid leukemia and was in frail health. So this is why he don't give a fuck. He about to kick the bucket anyways. Impact, over 80 women accused him of sexual harassment and assault, leading to his expulsion from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. He is currently incarcerated and facing continued legal proceedings as of early 2026. That's Jeffrey Weinstein. Okay, and that's who Jay-Z and Pusha T is being accused with. Okay. It says, mentions of the trio did not come from Epstein's personal records nor reports corroborated by law enforcement. The two rappers and the disgraced Hollywood mogul. Ah, man, that's funny. Were named in a tip to the FBI, which was archived as part of the Epstein investigation. The tip itself does not imply these individuals were investigated, nor does it in any way imply guilt for the accusations posed. Okay. It does imply guilt, in my opinion. Amos 3 and 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? Why the hell would you talking to Jeffrey Epstein if you see what he's about? Why would you even want to participate with somebody like that? Okay, unless you agree with what he's doing. And that's not the only person he's shaking hands with. There was a scene with Jay-Z and a bunch of black boule motherfuckers toasting in the air with P. Diddy and talking about black excellence and all that bullshit. You see what P. Diddy's about, that was his man. Okay, they're on the same level. So I wouldn't be surprised. P. Diddy is a little more out there. Jay's a little more secretive. Those are the worst type of people. You can hide your sin a lot better. That means you think you can get away with everything. That's your pride telling you to keep on going. Matching up with Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. The sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the hearts of the sons of men are fully set in them to do evil. So if he think he gets away with this, that, and the third, he'll keep doing it. But that ain't even the worst news. Let me see. According to an FBI crisis intake report included in the latest Epstein release, an anonymous victim who claimed she had been drugged and sexually abused in several instances throughout the years said Pusha T was one of her handlers. Also in the report, the victim said she once woke up in a room with Weinstein and Jay-Z, Sean Carter with her. That's crazy, man. Imagine waking up in a room with a nasty-ass fucking Edomite Jeffrey Weinstein. I wanted to do a video on Max B. Just came home. He was at the Breakfast Club. He did an interview. He's with French Montana and Charlemagne the God. He's sitting there talking. Mid conversation, he's like, "Yo, what did we do last night?" And French was like, French kind of tried to, he didn't really want to answer it. And then Max B said, "Yeah, we were with a bunch of Jews." He don't remember. Nigga probably drugged them and they probably did the same shit to him. He don't even know it. Crazy, man. You don't want to be around these motherfuckers. You want to be around a bunch of billionaires, you got to worry about shit like that. Now look at him. He was just at a white tea party. You know, the white shirt ritual that they have. Remember, not the baby, the other little baby or whatever. He was getting hugged from the back. Dude was hugging him from the back. That's where Max B was at. He went from waking up with a bunch of Jews in a room with a bunch of Jews, and then he's over here fucking at the white tea party. He probably don't even know half the shit that even happened to him. He got him high all the time, got him drinking all the time. You can't be around these people, man. You ain't see French Montana. He probably don't even know. He just came home. He just sees money. He sees bitches all over the place. He getting high. He getting drunk. He's happy he's home. He's still riding that high. Everyone's thinking, yo, he got the, you get a glow when you come out of the joint. You thinking he's riding that wave. This ain't fucking 2001, nigga. You better wake the hell up. This place is wicked as hell. You still talking about riding a wave, man. The flood about to come. You about to ride that wave. And the Lord ain't gonna lift up a standard. You're gonna drown when that flood comes. Okay, it says, the report also stated that because the victim was drugged in both scenarios, her memory was clouded. Oh, so he can beat the case, I guess. Your memory was clouded? Oh, okay. Yeah, well, they Mickey my drink. Oh, well, hey, you don't remember? No, oh, case dismissed. Case dismissed, but the Lord's gonna kill all you niggas, man. The Lord sees all the things that you're doing. He gonna kill you niggas, man. Weinstein, he already plaguing that nigga. But Jay and Pusha T, I'll be surprised. Pusha T look, he don't look too good, man. He don't look too good, man. He used to all that gangster shit, grinding and all that bullshit, man. Then you see him, he getting his nails done. He's looking real feminine, man. Walking around like he's some diva from fucking Europe or something, man. So Lord gonna put you niggas to death, and he gonna expose you first. Is that it? Reps for Jay-Z and Pusha T did not immediately respond to Variety's request for comment. Of course they don't want to talk. They don't want to incriminate themselves. These niggas know not to talk to the media. Give you more ammunition to shoot at them. Now talk to my secretary. Call this number. Director Mira Neer, the mother of New York Mayor Zohran Mamdani, was also found in the new release. What? She was mentioned by name in an email from publicist Peggy Siegel to Epstein. Siegel wrote that she saw Nair at an after party for the 2009 film Amelia, which Nair directed. The email implies no wrongdoing or investigation. Sure, it does imply wrongdoing. Okay. Scriptures talk about corrupt communication. Let me grab that. So anyways, he's on the list. Corrupt communication, something with good manners. KJV, good morning, sir. How you doing today?
Good morning, good and yourself.
That's good. 1 Corinthians 15, verse 33. It tells you, be not deceived, evil communications corrupt good manners. Awake to righteousness and sin not, for some have not the knowledge of God. So be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners, so the people that you're around can corrupt you. You know, you in these dialogues with these damn small hats, man. They'll get you to do some shit you don't want to do. They got a lot of money. Look at LeBron James. LeBron James, NBA basketball player for the LA Lakers. He went to with a bunch of small hats. I don't know what the hell. They were touching. Oh, look at him, look at him. He's holding his hand the whole way through. That's what you get. You don't want to suffer. You want to be soft. There's a balance you got to be. You don't want to be poor. You don't want to be rich. You want to be right, perfectly balanced in this thing, man. Okay? Let me grab this in the book of Proverbs 30 and verse number 4. No, not 4. Proverbs 30. And I'll start up from the top. The words of Agur, the son of Jekah, even the prophecy, the man spake unto Ithiel, even unto Ithiel and Ukal. Surely I am more brutish than any man, and have not the understanding of a man. I neither learn wisdom, nor have the knowledge of the holy, who have ascended up into heaven, or descended, who have gathered the wind in his fists, who have bound the waters in a garment, who have established all the ends of the earth. What is his name? And what is his son's name, if thou can tell? So he's saying, I don't know anything, man. You know? But what is his name? Well, that's a very important question you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans should be asking. Okay? You need to be knowing the name of the Lord. It tells you in Proverbs 18:10 that the name of the Lord is a strong tower, the righteous runneth into it and are safe. So if you got the wrong name, you're not going to be safe from the times that are coming. You're going to be destroyed by your enemy because you praying to his God. And his name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shah. Proverbs 30:5. Every word of God is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. That every word of God is pure. It tells you in Titus, the 1st chapter, that let's grab that real quick, because I can't, for some reason, can't quote it. I can quote it, but I don't want to mess it up. Titus chapter 1, verse 15, I'll get to the point. Unto the pure, all things are pure. So if the scriptures are pure, you got to be pure in order to receive what it's saying. Okay? But unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. So if you're defiled and unbelieving, you can't receive this truth. But even their mind and conscience is defiled. So if you're defiled, this word's not going to suck with you. Proverbs 30:6. Add thou not unto his words lest he reprove thee and thou be found a liar. So you don't want to add or subtract from this word. Okay, it tells you in the book of Revelation, the 22nd chapter, that whoever adds or subtracts from this word, all these curses from the book is going to follow. Let me grab that. Revelation 22 in verse 18. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book, if any man shall add unto these things, God shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in this book. So you getting plagues. So it's very important you don't add or subtract from the scriptures. Now that's something that the so-called white man likes to do, and that's why he's going to get every single plague that's in this book. He's going to be destroyed. He got thermonuclear missiles coming to his ass. That's his actual gift from the Lord. We get prophecy, he gets fire, okay? So it's not fun to go follow this devil into his destruction. Proverbs 30:7. Two things have I required of thee. Deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai? Or lest I be poor and still and take the name of my God in vain. Vain means worthlessness. Okay? You see, though, you don't see the significance of the value in the name of the Lord. You don't want to be like these other stupid ass heathen that are out here. Some of you Israelites are likened unto them because you think like them. You think like a dog. That's why we're trying to come up, wash our way from that. You might see a Jay-Z and think, shit, I got to get in close proximity to him so he can hear my album, so I can get up on my feet. And you ain't going to get up on your feet, man. You're going to get drugged, and the same, she going to rape you, man. He going to rape you, put it on camera, and be like, see what I did to you last night? You better stay on the record label. We'll kill you. We'll do this, we'll do that. And that's what a lot of these people are victims, man, to that bullshit. That sex ring that they got going on. All it is a cover up. Back in the day, you know, those Italian mob bosses, Irish mob gangsters, they used to use the laundromat as a cover up to wash their money. You know, that's what they're doing with these rappers, because now this is on a higher level. It's way higher. People like I'm surprised what's her name's not on the list. Ellen DeGeneres, because her whole background was the same background of Jeffrey Epstein's, one of his temples on the island. Why would you make it like that? So she's telling you who she's about. She even left the country. She probably was privy to all this shit that was going on. That's why a lot of those celebrities saying, I'm getting the fuck out of here. This is before Duck became president. All these different celebrities were saying, I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Why? Because they were afraid of being caught and being all these accusations. Then she went all the way to somewhere in Africa, I think, and then there was a flood that went through her backyard, man. You can't run from the Lord, man. You can't run from the Lord, and if you think you can wait yourself out there, he'll kill your ass out there too. Lord don't give a fuck about, he's no respecter of persons. Okay, so we hope that the Lord keeps us in that state. We don't want to be too poor and steal and commit crime, and we don't want to be too rich and we deny the Lord. Okay, but these people, there's a balance to it, man. You want to be in the middle. What's that? Philippians, the 4th chapter. Let's jump over there real quick. Philippians 4, and there's a precept for this. I think it's 4. Philippians 4, and verse 18. But I have all in. Hold on. Yeah, Philippians 4 and verse 18. No, that's not it. Maybe it's 3. I forgot where it's at, man. It basically says, I know how to abound, and I know how to be abased. I gotta look it up. You gotta look it up, man. You gotta know how to do these things. I know how to abound and I know how to be abased. KJV. Philippians 4 and 12. I didn't see it. Philippians 4, verse number, I start at 11. Philippians 4 and 11. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am therewith to be content. So you want to be content, man. Okay, the scriptures talks about being content. 1 Timothy, I believe, the 6th chapter. You know, be content with just food and raiment. Okay? Actually, I gotta grab that. You gotta be content with what you have, what the Lord gave you. You didn't come into this world with all this shit, and you're not gonna leave with it either. But once you lose sight of that, that's where pride creeps in and it takes you over. He don't got all this time. He think he got a lot of time. He'll be able to spend all his money, and then his ass get taken out. 1 Timothy 6, I think I said. 1 Timothy 6 and 1 Timothy 6 and 6. I start at 5. Perverse disputings. No, I'll just start at 6. 1 Timothy 6 and 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. Okay, so we're just here to endure what the Lord wants us to go through, and we hope that this is the time where He's going to deliver us out of this period, out of the hands of Edomites, pedophiles, child molesters, you know, people like that. If you want to be under the vibration of that, you're going to end up becoming them. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be a homosexual and like you motherfuckers that's out there. I'd rather the Lord put you to death and save me. That's what I'm asking. Lord, put them to death, but save me. I don't want anything to do with you homosexuals, child molesters, pedophiles, whatever the hell you are. I don't give a fuck if you way up there. You kill them all, Lord. Kill them all. But in wrath, remember mercy. That's what our prophets were talking about. We're living in a wicked, perverse time. And who's talking about it? Nobody. Nobody cares until it happens to your kid, until it happens to you. This shit's happening to grown-ass men. All right? It's a perverse place. And your churches and shit, they're all compromised. And he told you in Acts 7 and verse 48, you got to really think. You know, I was reading 2 Samuel, the 7th chapter. David wanted to build a house for the Lord. And he was like, what house are you going to build me? What house can you build me, man? Get the hell out of here. Heaven is my throne, man. Earth is my footstool. Let me grab that. You can't build it. Where he going to dwell in, man? Where you want to put him on a corner of Bowdoin and you know, somewhere in the hood somewhere? You people like, this is the house of God. It's all raggedy and shit. Get the hell out of here, man. He ain't messing with your harlot houses, man. You don't want those hoes up in there dancing and breaking all of his laws. No, he gonna get built up in his elect. That's how his name's gonna get glorified. You people are defiled, man, and reprobate. Okay, oh shit. I forgot where I was going. Maybe it'll come back to me. I just forgot where I was going with that. Heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool. KJV. The water, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Isaiah 66 and 1. Thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye build unto me? And where is the place of my rest? That's right. Where's the place of my rest, man? Plus, he told you, man, in Acts 7 and 48, he ain't dwelling with temples made with hands. All right? But anyways, let me keep going on Proverbs. Actually, am I done with? I got a lot of precepts open right now. Nope. I got to finish Philippians 4 and 12. It says, I know both how to be abased and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed, both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Yahushua HaMashiach, which strengtheneth me. So that's right. You do all things through our Lord, man. And the Lord's about to show you, all you damn non-believers, that you're going to see it. When your ass is not eating, when you're not strengthened, you're going to be seeing a man of the Lord walk by you in all power. And you're going to be like, how the hell does he look so good? You're probably going to look better than he does in this time. Just like with Daniel. When he wasn't eating the king's meat, he was eating the pulse. And those people look better than the, you know what I'm talking about. Let me see, what's that, Daniel? I think that's Daniel 2. Let me go there real quick. Daniel chapter 2, verse number 1. In the second year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams. No, that's not it. No, nope, that's not it. I think it's 1. Daniel 1. I'll start at the top. In the third year of the reign of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, unto Jerusalem and besieged it. And the Lord gave Jehoiakim, king of Judah, into his hand with part of the vessels of the house of God, which he carried into the land of Shinar to the house of his God. And he brought the vessels into the treasure house of his God. And the king spake unto Ashpenaz, the master of the eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel, and of the king's seed, and of the princes, children in whom was no blemish, but well favored and skillful in all wisdom, and cunning and knowledge and understanding science, and such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, and whom they might teach the learning in the tongue of the Chaldeans. So that shows you that we were learned in science, we were learned in a bunch of different things, okay? Skillful, well favored, no blemishes. Okay, that's who the king wanted next to him, out of the nation of Israel. So that shows you. Look at the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans now, especially the so-called black men. He ain't that good in science. They're not really in the STEM and math. So that's that degenerate vine you see today. Well, we come from a noble vine, man. But this nigga Esau is in power. And he wants to keep you like that so he can continue to be a sodomite, homosexual, child molesting demon. Blood drinking, cannibalism. He does all this type of shit. He needs to die, man. Please, Lord, please, man. Please, just get him. Eradicate their ass, man. Please, man. I want to see him get burnt up. All right? Daniel 1. Excuse me. I had to get that off my chest. Verse 5. And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king. Now among these were of the children of Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. So these will be so-called black men from the tribe of Judah. Okay? Who you call Africa, who the so-called white man named African American, which they don't go back to. Daniel goes back to Judah, like he said, goes back to Jacob, who goes back to Isaac, who goes back to Abraham, who goes all the way back to being the son of God. So, where does African American lead to? Africanus, Scipio Africanus, a so-called nasty ass general white dude, and an American going back to Amango Vespucci. Those are not your fathers, man. You didn't come, the black man didn't come out of the so-called white man. As much as you want to come out of his nutsack, you don't want to come out of there, man. That's a waste of seed, man. If his children be multiplied, it's for the sword. That nigga can't repent. That's why he can't even have kids now. He's already destroying himself. His numbers are looking low. The devil's on his heels, man. If nothing happens, he'll just die on his own. You should have just let his ass die when he came in the winter. I'd have said, yo, you need help with that scurvy? Hold on, go grab my, go get my bow and arrow. Go get my knife. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I know what to get you. Yeah, there's this specific bark that you're supposed to make tea out of. I just want to get my knife and my bow so I can carve out the bark for you. And I'd kill his ass. That's what you should have did. Because now look at him. Now he look how he's talking down to you. You helped him survive the winter, and now look at him. He ride around in his truck, cutting you off, giving you the finger, spitting at you. when all you had to do was leave him alone. Nope, you wanted to help him. All you did is help him take over the rest of your country, kill all your people, and then re-educate them into thinking that he's God. So this nigga gotta go. Daniel 1:6. Now among these were of the children of Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names. And he gave unto Daniel the name of Belshazzar, and unto Hananiah of Shadrach, and unto Mishael, Meshach, and Azariah, Abednego. But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. Now God had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs. So there you go. God had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs. Scriptures talk about making your enemies be at peace with you. So that's the power of the Lord right there too. These heathen don't have to like you, man. That's all from the Lord. I was dealing with some dead cracker yesterday, man. He probably, man, and I knew it was the Lord, man. I knew it was the Lord. He probably hated niggas, but the Lord just I could tell, I could look at him and tell he's a damn demon, and the Lord put a nice gentle spirit on him. So that's the spirit, man. Let me grab that precept too, just so I can grab it. Where's that? Where's that precept? When a man's ways please the Lord, he'll make even your enemies to be at peace with you, KJV. I can... Fucking serious, man. When a man's ways please the Lord. I'm telling you, this fucking phone, man. It makes you do like all this stupid shit like this. I don't know when it started doing that. It makes you like, oh, it says select all the squares of the buses. And my phone never used to do that. Now I got to do that to find out the answer. Proverbs 16:7. It's probably because he's doing all this bullshit with your phone, trying to monitor you. I don't care if you monitor me. I want you to know you're going into slavery. Proverbs 16:7. When a man's ways please the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. That's right. You get pulled over, the same cop that done killed mad niggas behind the scenes, he's giving you a warning. All right, listen, you have a beautiful day too. Damn, you know, that's the Lord. That's mercy from the Lord. That's the mercies of the house of David, man. Any form of mercy, man, I thank the Lord for it. I don't care if it's, I stubbed my toe and it don't hurt. That ain't hit it that hard. I'll still thank the Lord. Oh, the water, thank you. Thank you for not really letting me kick the side of that, man. Oh, that could have ruined my day. You know? Anything, man. Any type of mercy, it all comes from the Lord. Back in Daniel. So he had favor with the eunuch. 1:10. And the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who have appointed your meat and your drink, for why should he see your faces worse liking than the children which are of your sort? Then shall ye make me endanger my head to the king? Then said Daniel to Melzar, whom the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat and water to drink. So pulse is going into vegetables. Then let our countenances be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children of the countenance of the children that eat of the portion of the king's meat, and as thou seest, deal with thy servants. So he consented to them in this matter and proved them 10 days. So he didn't want to eat the king's meat that he was giving him provisions for. He said, just give me the vegetables, man. I don't want to eat that shit, defiled meat. And I'm saying that to say, you know, in a spiritual level, the Lord is feeding us. And he's not feeding us with the bullshit, GMO shit you're eating, with the religious, spiritually. And that's going to show you in these last days, when we look better than you, in these last days, when there ain't no food to eat, when there ain't no water to drink, we're going to be looking better than you. The men of the Lord and you sinners that are out there who can't get this word. Okay? We're going to be preserved. That's like the scriptures talk about this word being like unto honey. Honey is a preservative. So don't you want to have, if you want to preserve yourself, you want to fill yourself up with this word. That's the only way you're going to be preserved. It tells you in Matthew the 4th chapter, a man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the heavenly Father. Okay? So you need the word if you want to be preserved. Daniel 1 and 11. Daniel 1 and 13, Salakia. No, Salakia, I'm way down there. I'm going to just finish the chapter. Daniel 1 and 15. And at the end of 10 days, their countenance appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children which did eat the portion of the king's meat. And that could, symbolic meat's also going into this wisdom too. It's likened unto meat, it's likened unto milk. You eat what this king gives you, what Esau gives you, which is lies and bullshit. So you're gonna be defiled eating that shit, man. See, this is our this is the table in the midst of our enemies, according to Psalms the 23rd chapter. So spiritually, we're just having a feast. This is just a big table for the elect of Israel, Lord's will. And I'm just going around passing out biscuits and some bread. Just passing out bread and wine. And we just toast and hey man, someone else need to serve. This is somebody else's shift. And this is what we're going to eat in the midst of our enemies until we get to the kingdom. But not everyone's privy to come in this, like it said in Titus the 1st chapter, because you're defiled with the king's meat. It's the book of Daniel, chapter 1, in verse number 16. Thus Melzar took away the portion of their meat and the wine that they should drink and gave them pulse. As for these 4 children, God gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom, and Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. And that's what we have too. We understand the prophecies. Lord's been keeping us on, giving us the good diet. This is what we've been eating. Okay? We've been eating honey. I feel like John the Baptist, he said he was eating honey and wild locusts. But we're eating that honey too. As a matter of fact, let me finish this. Daniel 1 and 18, now at the end of the days that the king had said he should bring them in, then the prince of the eunuchs brought them in before Nebuchadnezzar, and the king communed with them, and among them all was found none like Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Therefore stood they before the king. So there was none found like them. It tells you up more that they were cunning in knowledge and sciences and all of these things with no blemishes. So very wise. And some of us are still wise. Some of us just nothing you could do. That's why Esau ain't gonna tell you how you helped him get to all these different levels, all this different type of tech and shit. Jacob's involved with all that. Because that's just in our spirit to know these things. All that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding comes from the Lord. Daniel 1 in verse 19, and the king communed with them. Daniel 1 and 20, and in all matters of wisdom and understanding that the king acquired of them, he found them 10 times better than all the magicians and astrologers that were in all his realm. So they were smarter than everybody in their realm. Well, why were they taken down by the Babylonians if they're smarter, wiser, better than everybody in their realm? It's because of the Lord. Okay? Daniel 1 in verse 21. And Daniel continued even unto the first year of King Cyrus. So that's the end of the first chapter, but it's just the points already made. Right? And I wanted to go to 2 Samuel, the 14th chapter. Is it 2 Samuel? No, it's 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel 14. And verse, this is towards the end. 1 Samuel 14 and verse, I'll start at 23. 1 Samuel 14 and verse 23. So the Lord saved Israel that day, and the battle passed over unto Beth-haven. And the men of Israel were distressed that day, for Saul had adjured the people, saying, Cursed be the man that eateth any food until evening, that I may be avenged of my enemies. So none of the people tasted any food. And all they of the land came to a wood, and there was honey upon the ground. And when the people were come unto the wood, behold, the honey dropped. but no man put his hand to his mouth, for the people feared the oath. But Jonathan heard not when his father charged the people with the oath. Wherefore he put forth the end of the rod that was in his hand and dipped it in a honeycomb and put his hand to his mouth, and his eyes were enlightened. So it shows you that honey, that honey's like, it enlightened him, man. And that's spiritual too. Some of y'all can't have this food, man, because you fear something other than Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. The Lord made it for Jonathan not to hear the lies that his father was speaking about. And he had Jonathan eat. Jonathan's part of the elect, even though he was part of the house of Saul. He died with Saul too. You know? But he's still part of the house of David, I should say. And his line. And he's a representation of people that's gonna come out of that madness, these different groups. They don't know what the MOTB is. So how the hell are they gonna give you the victory, man? They don't know what the MOTB is. They push other things other than getting the victory. When you come up with a plan to get a win, that's what teams do when they go, like a basketball team. They strategize. Okay, how are we gonna defeat them? Okay, we got to do this, that, and the third. Okay, don't do this and don't do that. Okay, perfect. Well, the Lord gave you the blueprint. He sent the Son being an example of how to keep the law to the best of your ability, and what you're not supposed to do. You ain't supposed to take the chip. That's how you lose. But they don't know how to get the victory. So you gotta, people gotta pay attention to these people. Man. Mark those that cause division. Let's grab that too. Mark those that cause division, KJV. It's the book of Romans, chapter 16, verse 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses, contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. So you gotta avoid them. Now the apostles and elders on down. This people that, the person I'm thinking about, he was from another group. He's not Wi-Fi, but he's kind of like Wi-Fi. He's a good teacher. I was watching one of his videos, but he's not Wi-Fi. He looked like he's Wi-Fi, but he's not. I don't know. But he did a video. I forgot the name of it, but it had one of the brothers from GMS. So I looked into it, see what he was talking about. I think he was talking shit about. He wasn't talking shit. Excuse me. He wasn't talking shit. He was just trying to say in the video that every group got something. I think it was the John the Baptist. ISUPK says John the Baptist fell out the truth, and he was pretty much rebuking ISUPK. But he was trying to rebuke all Israel, saying that, we want to make sure we're following the Lord, which is a good rebuke. But if you don't know what the MOTB is, I don't think you should be teaching. Like, that's, you shouldn't be rebuking anybody. If you don't know what the MOTB is, you should probably keep your mouth shut, man. Okay? That's very important. Or at least, do some study on it, look into it. I mean, I don't know how many people got to do videos on it. I would hate to see a brother be destroyed for something that's is obvious, but it is. Even if you think that's not, would you take it anyways? Anyways, you got to avoid people like that, man. You got to mark them, meaning you got to watch them and avoid them. Mark them, meaning like point them out. Scopeo. Mark them, hey, I got him. This dude's teaching this, that, and the third, and avoid them. It's very simple. So the best thing to do is anybody teaching contrary to what you have learned, you got to stay away from that. But I learned from the great millstone. So, if you come in another way, I don't know, man. Maybe it's hard because that's why you got to kind of be diligent. You gotta look for yourself. You gotta be persuaded in your own mind. But I haven't found any flaws. I'm still looking for them, though. I'm still looking for them, but I haven't found anything. But I can watch an IUIC video and see that they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Especially in the book of Revelation. How you doing today, brother? You have a blessed day, my man.
You too, bro.
Okay. You don't when you watch their videos, that's why I recommend watching GMS, because then you can get on the level, you can see through the bullshit. You can go shopping your sword, you go watch IUIC video. They do a good video. Some of them are good teachers. Some of them don't go off. Some videos they don't, but then there's videos, they don't know what the hell they're talking about, man. They damn sure don't know the name of the Lord. So you gotta mark them is what I'm trying to say. 1 Samuel 14 and verse 28, then answered one of the people and said, thy father straitly charged the people with an oath, saying, cursed be the man that eateth any food this day, and the people were faint. So that's another thing, you're gonna be faint. Okay? You didn't have the honey. You weren't being preserved. The word faint in 1 Corinthians, the 14th chapter. Let me go there. I didn't finish what I wanted in Proverbs. That's pretty much it over there. 1 Corinthians 14. And is it 1 Corinthians 14? I don't think. Oh, I'm in 13. So 1 Corinthians 14. And where is it? I can't find it. It might be. Let me see. I know it's in Corinthians. Actually, it's 2 Corinthians 4. Let's go there. 2 Corinthians 4 and 1. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not. Now, when you look at this word faint, that's what Saul's army was. They were faint. They didn't eat. He told them, commanded them not to eat the honey. That's what these other groups be telling you. Don't watch Great Millstone. Okay? Don't watch them. You know, they're this, they're that. You know, and that's calling their army to faint. That's like a sign of the house of Saul. Yeah, don't watch them. The MOTB is Job 10 and whatever he uses. If thou sin, thou markest me. Yeah, it's sin. That's what the mark of the beast is. It's sin. This don't make any sense, but only a zombie would believe that. But this is what Saul was commanding his people. And they were faint, but Jonathan, he still ate. And that word faint right there.
G 1573. Ekakeo. Ekakeo.
Ekakeo.
There's lexicon.
Okay, that's enough. To be utterly spiritless, to be wearied out, exhausted. And that's what's going to happen to you if you don't have this honey, man. You need this honey, man. It's going to preserve you. All right? And Jonathan, he dipped his rod in it. You got to dip your rod in the honey, man. Because people are going to faint. That's why we have this ministry. Let me read that again. 2 Corinthians 4:1. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not. That's right. We ain't going to faint. Okay. We're not going to faint because we got this ministry. And we got to thank the Lord for that. Is that it? I know there's something else in here. Let me type in faint. Maybe that'll help me. 2 Corinthians 4 and 1, I just read it. 2 Corinthians 4 and 1. Oh, 2 Corinthians 4 verse 16. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. So this is what we're saying. That inward man needs to be renewed day by day. You're not the same. I'm not the same person I was yesterday, the day before, the day before. That's again, you're going through a refining process. Okay? You need to be more refined. Okay? The inner man, outward man perishing though. But the inward man is being renewed day by day. And that's going to continue all the way up into the kingdom. Lord's will, I'm part of that number. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 4. And 16, I think. No, it's not. Proverbs 4 and where are you? Proverbs 4 verse. I started 16. For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless it cause some to fall. That's talking about the so-called white man. He can't sleep unless he causes somebody to fall. Proverbs 4 verse 17, for they eat the bread of wickedness and they drink the wine of violence. That's what they eat, the bread of wickedness. Okay, we don't want to eat that. Okay, we want to eat the bread of righteousness. We want to eat Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Or Yahushua is the bread of life. Proverbs 4 verse 18, but the path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. And the perfect day is when you ultimately be changed into perfection, going into immortality for serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. We're not going to get a chip, get downloaded into some cloud and whatever the hell Esau wants to do with you. He's the devil. He's the deceiver. He's the only one that can promise you immortality on the left-hand side. You people are going to believe that and you're going to die. All these miracles he's going to perform for you, you're going to fall. You're going to be deceived by that because you don't believe in the Lord. You're going to follow him because you believe he's your Lord. 2 Corinthians 4:4. I'll start at 3. 2 Corinthians 4:3, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. So the God of this world is the so-called white man. All right? When you eat that bread of wickedness and violence, you're going to die, man. The Lord's not going to preserve you. There's only one doctrine. There's only one way, man. And you better learn it. And you better learn it really good. And you better walk in it. 1 Corinthians 14 and 28. 14 and 28. Then answered one of the people and said, thy father straitly charged the people with an oath, saying, cursed be the man that eateth any food this day. And the people were faint. Then said Jonathan, my father have troubled the land. See, I pray you how my eyes have been enlightened, because I tasted a little of this honey. See? His eyes have been enlightened because he tasted a little of this honey. That's why it's important that this word goes out. So y'all can dip your rod into the honey and see that it's good. Let me grab that in the book of, I forgot where it's at. Come see that the Lord is good, KJV. Or he tastes good, something like that. Yes. Psalms 34 and 8. Oh, taste and see that the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. So you got to trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And it is good. It is good, man. All right? It's a great thing to believe in your power and not believe in the power of the heathen, man. The power of the heathen, all their ways lead to death. That's why none of the heathen are empowered. The Persians, look it, they got the duck parked in the Persian Gulf. They used to run the world. They used to run the whole world. Now look at what they've been brought down to. They're rebuilding their nuclear sites too. Those nuclear sites that the duck bombed, they had before and after pictures. He put a roof over some of those where they do the refinement for the uranium. Oh, I think it is. I don't know if it's uranium. Well, whatever they're enriching, that's what the duck bombed, and they rebuilt it already. So he said he just blew it all to smithereens. We'll see. They had 60%. They need 90% to make it military, to use it for military purposes. So 60 to 90, that's not going to take long, man. That is not going to take long. They don't even need that, in my opinion. Cuba didn't have to do all that. They had missiles on their borders during the Russian nuclear crisis. Russia got the most nukes. They can just hit them up. Give them one of those, they call it I don't know if they call it a dirty nuke or whatever, like a pocket nuke that you can walk. Just walk it to where you want to go. Drop it over, you know. You don't need a whole, you don't even need to launch it. It'll just explode remotely. 1 Samuel 14 and verse 30. How much more if happily the people had eaten freely today of the spoil of their enemies which they found? For had there not been now a much greater slaughter among the Philistines? Yeah, you should have ate too. It would have been greater for you to eat. And he's speaking from experience. He was enlightened. He tasted the honey. He saw that it was good. Just like us, we tasted the honey. We saw that it was good. And y'all faint. Y'all gonna be spiritless in this time too. Because you ain't got the right, you don't have the right doctrine. 1 Samuel 14:31. And they smote the Philistines that day from Michmash to Ajalon, and the people were very faint. And the people flew upon the spoil and took sheep and oxen and cows and slew them on the ground, and the people did eat them with the blood. So they transgressing the law. Because you ain't got the honey. Transgressing the law. You're not supposed to eat meat with the blood in it like the Edomites do. That's falling away of Esau. They were so hungry they were slaughtering the spoil and eating it without cooking it. That's transgression of the law. Watch your step, my man. 1 Samuel 14, verse 32. And the people flew, 1 Samuel 14:33. Then they told Saul, saying, behold, the people sin against the Lord, in that they eat with the blood. And he said, ye have transgressed. Roll a great stone unto me this day. And Saul said, disperse yourselves among the people, and say unto them, bring me hither every man his ox, and every man his sheep, and slay them here, and eat, and sin not against the Lord in eating with the blood. And all the people brought every man his ox with him that night, and slew them there. And Saul built an altar unto the Lord Yahweh, and same was the first altar that he built unto the Lord Yahweh. And Saul said, let us go down after the Philistines by night, and spoil them until the morning light, and let us not leave a man of them. And they said, do whatsoever seemeth good unto thee. Then said the priest, let us draw near hither unto God. And Saul asked counsel of God, shall I go down after the Philistines? Wilt thou deliver them into the hand of Israel? But he answered him, not that day. And Saul said, draw ye near hither, and all the chief of the people, and know and see wherein the sin have been this day. So he knew when the Lord didn't answer him, it's because he sinned. Somehow, something. 1 Samuel 14:39. For as the Lord Yahweh liveth, which saveth Israel, thought it be in Jonathan my son, he should surely die. But there was not a man among all the people that answered him. So he said, if someone sinned even my son, he shall surely die. He was trying to figure out. He knew when the Lord didn't answer him, someone disobeyed what he told him to do. Right? 1 Samuel 14, and then nobody answered him because they had favor with Jonathan. 1 Samuel 14:40. Then said he unto all Israel, be ye on one side, and I and Jonathan my son will be on the other side. And the people said unto Saul, do what seemeth good unto thee. Therefore Saul said unto the Lord Yahweh, God of Israel, give a perfect lot. And Saul and Jonathan were taken, but the people escaped. So he separated them. He put Jonathan over there, him, and then the people threw a lot, and it didn't land on the people. Okay, and Saul said, cast lots between me and Jonathan, my son, and Jonathan was taken. Then Saul said to Jonathan, tell me what thou hast done. And Jonathan told him and said, I did but taste a little honey with the end of the rod that was in my hand, and lo, I must die. And Saul answered, God do so and more also, for thou shalt surely die, Jonathan. Yeah, Saul's a demon, man. He wanted to kill his son. And that's crazy, man. First said it would be the people of your own household. First, he didn't even hear it. So he's innocent. He didn't hear the command. He wouldn't have ate it, but the Lord didn't have him hear it. He wanted him to be enlightened. 1 Samuel 14, verse 45. And the people said unto Saul, shall Jonathan die, who have wrought this great salvation in Israel? God forbid. As the Lord liveth, there shall not one hair of his head fall to the ground, for he have wrought with God this day. So the people rescued Jonathan, that he died not. See, even the king, man, he ain't got no power over death, man. The whole military was ready to go for Jonathan, man. That's favor. That's being favored from the Lord. And that's another sign that he's part of the elect too. He would have just put him to death, but that wasn't the case. He fought for him in that. 1 Samuel chapter 14, verse 46. Then Saul went up from following the Philistines, and the Philistines went to their own place. So Saul took the kingdom over Israel and fought against his enemies on every side, against Moab and against the children of Ammon and against Edom and against the kings of Zobah and against the Philistines. And whithersoever he turned himself, he vexed them. So he was fighting against all these damn heathen nations. Now y'all think, now today you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the Israelites, y'all think these heathen nations are your friends. Saul was putting swords to their backs. King David, same thing, slicing off Philistines' heads, throwing rocks at their temples till they bust through. Come on, man. You people are out of your damn minds. You hand in hand with the enemy. You became an enemy. You hate Israel. You hate the nation of Israel, man. And the crazy part is, Esau didn't even pay you to be like that. You doing that shit for free. So you gotta go. At least somebody getting some money. At least he probably like, shit, I might as well get some money off of this. He tells you he wants you cold or hot. If you're cold, get some money while you over there, man. Don't be lukewarm. You people are in the middle. You kind of believe it, but then you deny it. You're like, you don't know what to believe, man. So you're gonna get spewed out. Just like the Lord did with the nation of Israel when he spewed them out of the land of Israel. How did he do that? Did he do it by being nice to them, or did he do a great slaughter? Did he put them into captivity? Did he punish them for years? That's what's going to happen to you. You're going to go into captivity. 1 Samuel 14 and verse 48, and he gathered a host and smote the Amalekites and delivered Israel out of the hands of them that spoiled them. And the Amalekites are ruling right now. Saul was supposed to kill all them niggas, man. And look what he didn't do. Look what he didn't do. But it was all because the Lord wanted him to play out that way. He could have did it. The Lord wanted him to leave a little remnant of Edom so he can come around and fulfill prophecy even more. This is the Lord's book. This is his script. Now the Amalekites, Amalek, he's on top. Grandson of Esau, the small hat. He's running the whole thing. We had war with him. The Lord said he's gonna have war with this nigga from generation to generation. All right. So he still got war with him, and now he's trying to come on. I'm gonna go on the social media and I'm gonna defeat you on the social media. You can't do nothing against the truth, you damn devil. Can't do nothing against it. And when the Lord ready to shut it down, it'll be shut down. And you ain't gonna do nothing to the elect either. All right? The Lord's gonna lift up a standard for his men. But you're gonna be destroyed. You're gonna get burnt up. Like Saul was supposed to been done. 1 Samuel 14 in verse number 49. Now the sons of Saul were Jonathan and Ishui, Ishui, I-S-H-U-I, and Melchishua. And the names of his two daughters were these: the name of the firstborn Merab, and the name of the younger Michal, which ended up becoming King David's wife. And the name of Saul's wife was Ahinoam, the daughter of Ahimaaz, and the name of the captain of his host was Abner, the son of Ner, Saul's uncle. You learn about Abner, man. Abner was going to war. I believe Abner is a man of the Lord too, though, when you look into him. He ended up getting put to death, but he told the boy, don't follow me, man. Don't follow me. And he kept trying to follow me. He put his ass to death. And then King David's captain of the host killed Abner. That's going into the war between David and Israel, or Judah and Israel, in 2 Samuel. 1 Samuel 14, and I just want to finish this. 51, and Kish was the father of Saul, And Ner, the father of Abner, was the son of Abiel. And there was sore war against the Philistines all the days of Saul. And the Philistines, not the modern day Philistines or the Palestinians, are not the original Philistines that Saul was going to war with. Those Palestinians are Ishmaelites. Okay, so people are way out of order. They're in lands they don't even belong in. Amalek trying to kick them out of a land that he don't even belong in. His land was south of Jerusalem. So none of those people belong over there. I don't know why you want to be there anyways. That's the last place you want to be with the Lord doing all that work over there. 1 Samuel 14, verse 52. And there was sore war against the Philistines all the days of Saul. And when Saul saw any strong man or any valiant man, he took him unto him. That's pretty much it for 1 Samuel 14. But that's just, eating the honey. I want to read the whole story. This is the book of Revelation, the 10th chapter. Revelation 10 and verse 8. And the voice I heard from heaven spake unto me again and said, Go and take the little book which is open in the hand of the angel which standeth upon the sea and upon the earth. And I went unto the angel, this is John the Revelator, and said unto him, Give me the little book. And he said unto me, Take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. So this is talking about the wisdom and knowledge of the you got to eat the whole roll, the volume of the book. You gotta know everything that's going on in here, man. You can't be like these Christians, only know 2 or 3 precepts. You don't need to be like that, man. You gotta get out of that weak ass mindset. There's a devil out here look what he's doing. I didn't even get into the other article. I'm just gonna read the headline. It tells you what you need to know. You gotta get the hell up out of here. The Lord about to destroy this place. That's why he's exposing it the way he is. This place is wicked. It was created on wickedness. He got no respect for the nation of Israel, man. You got the whole world calling them black and Latino X, and they cool with that shit. You stay here too long, you become like them. You gotta fight not to become a damn nasty fucking Edomite, Amalekite. Don't be like them niggas, man. I want them niggas to get burnt up. And I want to get saved from the Lord. Let these nukes fly, let the wars begin, let it all happen. The famine, the pestilence, this shit need to end, man. Nobody ready for it. Well, hey, the Lord is merciful. He sent men out there to go teach the word. You didn't want to receive it. You got to go. You got to go, man. Because you're just going to turn into one of them anyways. Like a zombie that got bit, but you ain't got the cure, man. We got the cure right here in this word. How you doing today? Good morning. You have a blessed day, all right? Revelation chapter 10, verse 9. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, Give me the little book. And he said unto me, Take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey, and as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. And that's what the scriptures are. Christians all want to tell you about the sweetness of the scriptures, man. There's a bitter part to it. The bitter part that people are going to die. There's going to be a famine. There's going to be pestilence. There's going to be destruction. There's going to be civil unrest. That's the bitter part of the scriptures. You got to endure all of that. The sweet part comes after. New bodies, ruling over the heathen. They need to be ruled over. Look at these heathen, man. They produce wars. Israel has no army. We do got an army, but it's spiritual. Okay? We gotta, and we're mightier than the rest of these nations. But the Lord got us at a low level just so he can show his power. And his power is already being showed through the word. But it's going to manifest into power from on high, man. You can't deny it. All these heathen ain't going to be able to deny the word, to deny the Lord's children. All right? These people need to get it. Revelation 10, verse 11. And he said unto me, Thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. So what does that show you? He died in the island of Patmos, so how is he going to prophesy? tells you that the spirit of prophets is subject to the prophets in 1 Corinthians 14, verse 32. So they back here on the scene again, prophesying the downfall of this place. John the Revelator probably didn't even know what he was talking about, man, when he was writing these things down. But now we got a more sure word of prophecy. Let's grab that as a matter of fact. What time is it? Oh, I'm over the time. I'm over the time. Let me grab this. A more sure word of prophecy. Gotta end it on this. 2 Peter 1 verse 19. We have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place, until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts. And I'm gonna end it there. Lord's will, this is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Echad Kodash. Shalom, Abba Ball, Kwame Yasharala.